All right, first dump. How'd it go?
Well, you didn't get poop on you.
So our first dump it went pretty well, but there was a bunch of water right here. I guess it had just rained, and there was some water. There's the dump hole. So we've never dumped.
We've never dumped with like our actual big fat dump hose. We've only ever used the macerator and like our little hose. So this was our first try, and we didn't record it. I should have, but you know, it went fine.
Yep.
Nobody made a mess.
Now we're filling our freshwater tanks.
Alright, so we're on the road after leaving the Lomdeckers property, and kids are back there doing homework, doing school, drawing, just hanging out back there. They're comfy, and we are over here. There's Juan driving, and we are about, I don't know, 20 minutes from crossing into our first new state, heading into New Mexico. We're going to be boondocking tonight. We're just making a fast drive to the East Coast over the next couple of weeks. We really just kind of said we're not going to do too much exploring on the way out there. We really just want to get to the East Coast area, and then we'll slow down once we get there. So today we're just driving to a boondocking spot in outside Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. So that's where we're headed, and I'm going to turn the camera around so you guys can see how beautiful and green it is out here after monsoon rains. It's just beautiful. Here we go, into our first new state on the road trip. Woo! We're in New Mexico. Alright, so it is late in the early in the evening really, and the sun is going down, and you can see one thing we have loved is our pull down shades. We can use them as sun visors, and they just block that late afternoon sun that's down in your eyes, and Juan can, you know, do them while he's driving, and he can just kind of reach up and pull them up and down as needed. Well, that was a big pothole. So here's where we're headed down the road in the early evening.
All right, so we are at our first like boondocking official, hey, we don't know someone who lives here site.
Like on actual BLM land.
Right, so it is beautiful. Look at that sunset with the bus behind it. We're making hot dogs here. So this one is right off the freeway. You can kind of see the freeway over there. Sorry, Michelle. Mm-hmm. You can kind of see the freeway. It's literally 500 yards
maybe
off the freeway.
Hear it, though.
But we can't hear it. We read reviews. I think we found this, was it on Campendium? Mm-hmm. So Campendium, everyone raved about the spot. We can see why. It's absolutely beautiful. So let me give you a 360 back here in the mountains. It is seriously beautiful. Anyway, this is like I said, our first boondocking.
We're just here for the night. I think we said before, we're just
passing through.
We're kind of going quickly to the East Coast, so we're just here for one night, and then we will drive on tomorrow and get to another boondocking spot tomorrow night. And we're just doing this quickly just for, you know, a few days, and then we got to stop so he can work and we can do some school.
Yep.
And then next weekend we're going to do the same thing, kind of drive, and then we'll be in the East Coast. So then we can slow down a little bit.
Yep. So today the bus rode really smoothly. We did, coming out of Arizona, there's a big climb into New Mexico, and we started approaching like 195, which got me nervous, but temperature wise on the engine,
not speed.
Right?
We were down to like 35.
Right. It was really slow, but we made it up here. So with the tow vehicle on, we didn't have to unhitch it or anything. So things went pretty well. Alright, what we've discovered is we like to travel with the air conditioner running. So overnight, we lose a little bit of power. So we're taking this morning to try to charge up. We've got the solar panels out. We've got that little generator going. We'll charge to 100%. Unfortunately, if you look around, it's pretty cloudy today. So we're not getting a ton of solar. So we've run the generator. We'll run it for maybe an hour or two while we have breakfast and exercise and wake up. And then by the time we hit the road, we'll be fully charged. We'll fold the solar panels in, and the top ones will keep us going pretty much into the afternoon. We'll start going back down. We've had a lot of clouds through New Mexico. It is monsoon season, so there is quite a bit of rain and a lot of cloudiness. So not great for solar, but with our battery, it'll keep going, and we can run our air conditioner as we're running down the road. So that's what we've been doing, what we've decided we like doing. It's about, I think it'll be like 92 or something today here. So it's a little warm, and it just, putting the AC on inside just makes it nice and cool in there, makes it a lot more comfortable to travel. So anyway, we'll take this morning, charge up, and get ready to go.
So as you can see, it's really muddy. They've had a lot of rain, so it's basically like a big mud bog up here. So I don't know if we're gonna actually go spray paint the cars. This is what they do. They just let people come spray paint everything, and it's just kind of this eclectic art installation. So you can see people spray paint the ground, even like the fence and the ground, the road driving in here, people spray paint. You can buy it here if you want to. Also, people just kind of hand you the leftover. Somebody just handed us a can of spray paint, so we didn't buy any. So we'll see. We're just gonna kind of look around, have fun, and then get back on the road. so this is where we are. We're at the Stafford Air and Space Museum in Weatherford, Oklahoma. And as you can see, all the kids, including Juan, are just out, hanging out, playing on their one wheels. We decided not to bring bikes. We didn't really have a great solution for bringing 6 bikes. With the bus, there just wasn't really room, and with towing a car, we just didn't really have a good solution. So a smaller space-saving solution for us was one wheels. So the museum is closed right now, so they've got the whole parking lot to themselves to cruise around. And we will then go to the museum in the morning and spend a couple of hours there before we head off to our next spot. But you can see there's a lot, it's just this big huge open parking lot, and they have room for 4 RVs. They've got these nice big huge spots, and so 4 RVs can fit in here. And this is what we are doing tonight, is just hanging out. The museum begins with a tribute to General Stafford, who was born and raised right here in Weatherford, Oklahoma. His mom came to Oklahoma in a covered wagon. He grew up to become an Air Force test pilot and an astronaut who orbited the moon. Incredible. The rest of the museum displays the history of flight chronologically, beginning with the Wright brothers, of course. Many significant aircraft are on display, from biplanes to the first plane to break the sound barrier to an F-16. We took a special picture with the T-38 because my cousin is currently a T-38 instructor pilot. The museum also features a large collection of space artifacts, including the Gemini 6A spacecraft, Stafford's own Apollo 10 spacesuit, the lunar module, a mission control console that was used at Johnson Space Center during the moon landings, and the Apollo-Soyuz docking ring. This was a fantastic Air and Space Museum, and well worth a visit if you're in the area. Alright, this is F-4 Phantom, and my dad was an F-4 fighter pilot for 20 years, so it always makes me happy to see these jets. I grew up around them, and my dad flew these for 20 years, including in Vietnam. And this plane itself was actually in Vietnam as well. Who knows? Maybe this is one of the ones he flew. I don't know. My dad could probably tell from the tail numbers. So I will have to call him and ask him. But it's a great, awesome plane. It's a great exhibit of one. All right, we're rolling out. Heading to Tulsa. They're waiting for me right there. And we're gonna roll on to Tulsa now.